I'm definitely not a morning person. I prefer the night, but mind you, when you don't get much sleep and you have to get up early, then, well, you can't really stay up late. So, yeah. I hate mornings. You can say that the dawn of the day is not my friend. In fact, you might call it savage. It's a savage dawn. Yes, this is Savage Dawn on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. In fact, it's a VSA title, VSA 04. And let's open it up and see what's going on inside. So, the VSA titles from Vinegar Syndrome are numbered. And when they're gone, they're gone. They come in a little, I guess you call it a slip box. It goes over top. I think it's not really a slip case, but I gotta get this plastic off here so that we can take a look at everything. It's just rip into it. Rip into it, Slim Jim. There we go. There we go. It's coming off. It's coming off. Bear with me. We're almost there. And we score. Okay. I don't know what's falling apart. Oh, I got a piece of plastic going everywhere. Alright. So, let's go over the slip box first, because it's not really comparison type thing in that regard. So here's the, I guess you'd call this the front. Here's your back. Now this is one of those titles where they've done artwork on both the front and the back. As much as I do really like both those pieces of artwork, I would prefer to have the details, because otherwise I have to take it out to see stuff, and I don't want to have to do that over, you know, like all the time. It just, I don't know. I would prefer to have the details on the back, funky artwork on the front. You have the ability to have reversible artwork on the disc itself. There's no real need for this double artwork thing. I know a lot of people are really into it. I'm personally not that way, but here we go. When we go to the front cover, we can see it's generally matte, except for when you get down to boom, right here. The Savage Dawn portion of it is all nice and glossy. And then when we go to the, we'll call it the back, similar type thing, all matte until you get down to, I don't know if I can get it. See, it kind of looks like the whole thing is, it's reflecting off the matte portion as well, oddly enough. But yeah, the Savage Dawn here is glossy as well. On the sides, I'll show you that. So you get this here, Savage Dawn with the VSA 04 here, and the picture from the front cover, and on the other side it's the picture from the back cover. On both cases, the picture and the Savage Dawn and the Vinegar Syndrome logo and the VSA 04 are all glossy on a matte background. So like I showed you before, on the top you get this thing, and this is where they hand write in the edition. Again, this is a matte printing, and can't really tell. I think they do have some glossiness over this edition of 4000. It didn't quite line up perfectly by the looks of it. And then of course Savage Dawn here as well is glossy. And then on the bottom is where you pull it out, right? So it's got this nice little, they thought of this at least, right? Yeah? So we'll pull that out, or try to, and then take a look. Here we go. So there you go. There's your front cover yet again. And then on the back, we finally get the details. What is the movie about? What's the special features? Get some images down here. So yeah, and then when we open it up, it's got the nice Vinegar Syndrome clear case. We open it up, we get, oh, we do get some inserts here. I'll take a look at those after. And we get a combination, this is the front cover, I think, of artwork. It says Savage Dawn, Vinegar Syndrome. There's only one Blu-ray in here. Yeah, alright, so we do get what would be expected, the reversible artwork. The disc is pressed. so I'm not really gonna go too much over it. This is the reverse artwork, so it has the other image, and then the back is the exact same, except for Savage Dawn on the reverse is red on red, whereas here it's blue on red. But outside of that, it is all the same. Again, on the spine here, it's got, this is similar to on the slip box, has that front cover portion, then on the reverse has the opposite. So we get that. Let's take a look at what was inserted in here. Let's see what that is. I'm gonna guess a poster. This looks to be a pretty big poster. Well, it's a decent sized poster. It's not small. It's not huge either. So you can imagine what the posters are going to be, right? The artwork from both sides. Go through all that trouble and have to do it all over again. Alright. Hold on tighter, man. So, very, very nice. You can put those up on your wall should you want. And then, in terms of this release itself, it's newly scanned and restored in 2K from the 35mm camera negative. It has a commentary track with director Simon Newton, the original theatrical trailer. It's limited to 4,000, has a double-sided poster, reversible cover artwork, and it has English subtitles. Again, I like the fact that they list the English subtitles, but I don't think that was, I don't consider that like special features. Though, I mean, considering how many don't have subtitles, I guess just people who actually need the subtitles, maybe they are. It's surprising how many times I hear, you know, does it have such and such language subtitles on the discs in the forums and such. So yeah, I mean, as obviously a non-visually impaired, non-hearing impaired person, I mean, unless it's a foreign language disc, I don't really care so much for the subtitles. But if you are impaired in some way, it definitely becomes important. And should you want to import something, say you're in Italy and you want the North American disc having Italian subtitles, if you don't understand English, or very well, perhaps you do understand English but it's not your first language, considering you're from Italy, then maybe having Italian subtitles is important to you. Again, or you could be, you know, maybe you immigrated from another country and your English isn't your first language. So yeah, it's amazing how important subtitles are. So I do tend to like it when I see a disc that has a lot of subtitles, because really it does not take up any room really at all to put subtitles in there. It's just time. Yeah, you gotta get somebody to essentially do up all those subtitles, and then somebody else has to put them on the disc in the right spot. So just something to keep in mind. You know, it doesn't take much to put it on a Blu-ray, but it does take time to do it, and time is money, right? There you go. Savage Dawn on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome from the VSA line. Comment down below if you've seen the film. Keep it spoiler-free as always, but love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.